guys, Brian here at 3TR bringing you another top list video. Now, before I begin, I would just like to apologize that this video is up a little bit later than I had expected due to my new work schedule. It makes it really hard to find time to start filming these videos. So what I end up doing is any days that I have off, I kind of just film maybe 4 or 5 different videos, and I usually spend the next couple of days afterwards getting them up. So I do apologize if some videos end up being a little bit delayed than expected, but that's just how things are right now. So, now that Skillcon was over about half a month ago, I feel the need that I need to get up my top 5 cosplays that I really want to do, because being a big fan of video games, movies, comic books, and animes, you run into a couple characters you think are so cool you wouldn't mind dressing up as and showing off in public. And I guess something like that would really be really good for my self-confidence. So, starting off real simple with number 5 on my list is a character that I think anyone could actually do if you're a big fan of the Avatar series, and that is Amon. Amon was undoubtedly my favorite character between either, the last Avatar and Legend of Korra anime shows. And the reason I really enjoyed Amon is, well, number one, I absolutely love bloodbending. I mean, that stuff looks painful. I mean, you kind of have to be a waterbender, and so bloodbending is like the second evolution of bending. And what I liked about his character is I actually believed in his equalist theories of, kind of wanting to get rid of all benders so everyone's kind of on an even plane. And he just looks really intimidating with that mask and that hood, and, he can take on just about any bender. I mean, I think he was even a pretty serious threat for Korra. And the thing that I'm certainly going to do with my Amon cosplay is I'm definitely going to add a couple of color changes, maybe add a couple of my own personal symbols, so I can actually turn Amon into my own personal character, so I can do my interpretation of Amon. And I plan to do a couple of things with the mask too, so that's why he's number 5 on my list. Going on with number 4 is one of my all-time favorite Star Wars characters, which, personally, for me, being the way I am, I have kind of an advantage with this character, and that is Mace Windu. Now, Mace Windu is, aside from being played by Samuel L. Jackson, which some people didn't like, I personally thought he was fine in the role. It was nice to kind of see him do a role that doesn't require him to say the MF word once every 5 minutes. But Mace Windu is also a very interesting character. He's certainly a type of Jedi that likes to step on the boundary between the light and the darkness, and believes that, there is some very significant uses that you could use with the dark side of the Force, and, kind of being one of the few Jedi that can actually pull off a purple lightsaber, I thought was pretty cool. And specifically the version of Mace Windu that I would like to cosplay as is the one from the Clone Wars. I mean, I like the whole Jedi robes thing, but I definitely like the combative look of a Jedi more. And I think the thing that I will certainly add to my Mace Windu cosplay is I'm going to add a little bit more armor than what he actually wore in the show, because in the show he only really wore just the greaves on the arms, but I think I'll add a couple extra layers of battle armor, make it a little bit closer to what Obi-Wan Kenobi would wear, because he certainly wore more armor than Mace Windu did. So I think that's what I will do for my Mace Windu cosplay, and that's why it is number 4 on this list. Going on to number 3 is I gotta add a Metal Gear Solid character, and as much as I would love to do Gray Fox, or love to be a Solid Snake or a Big Boss, I'm a little bit limited because of, well, my appearance. So the only character I feel I could pull off in the Metal Gear Solid franchise is Drebin. Now, Drebin's a pretty cool character. He's a gun launderer, and he really is, I think he's pretty essential in going to the backstories of the Beauty and the Beast core from Metal Gear Solid 4, which I would say was some of the best boss fights throughout the Metal Gear Solid franchise. Now, the advantage that I think I have is Drebin's cosplay would be very easy to put together. It's very practical, and the fact that I live next to a military base and I have a dad who might have some military connections actually gives me a lot of advantages, because there's certainly a lot of really cool military gear I might be able to get some pictures of, because we got F-22 Raptors here, we got tanks, we got armored vehicles, so I might actually be able to get some pretty exclusive pictures that only I can do. So that's why I would be really excited to do a Drebin cosplay, and that's why it's number 3 on this list. Going on into number 2 is I gotta go with the Batman franchise, and as much as I would love to be you know, like a Robin or Batman, I think the one character that I feel I have to do is do the Riddler. Riddler is undoubtedly one of my all-time favorite villains because of because I like his approach to wanting to take down Batman because he's more of an intellectual challenge than a physical challenge than someone like Bane. And specifically what I want to do with my Riddler is I kind of want to take a steampunk approach to the Arkham Asylum Riddler. So that'll definitely take a lot of time to build because, you know, I've never actually built a cosplay of this complex. And I think the whole Kane thing is going to be interesting, and, you know, just the fact that I'll be dressed up as a character who wears the color green a lot is a plus too, because you guys know that the color green is my all-time favorite character, and that's why he's number 2 on this list. And now going on into number 1. Now this one is undoubtedly the one cosplay that I knew out of all other characters I had to do, because technically I've already done it, but I haven't really had a chance to show it off at a convention. And for those of you that don't already know, my number 1 pick for my favorite cosplay that I want to pull off is Cole McGrath from Infamous 2. Now, for those of you that don't know, as much damn time as I spent building this thing, built, mind you, I didn't buy this, I literally went out to the hardware store and spent like 2 months and like $100 and something building this, I damn sure better show it off. And the fact that I already have all the clothes and all the parts that I need for this cosplay already here, it's a crime I haven't attempted to show this off. I mean, if you've seen my unboxing for the Infamous Second Son Collector's Edition, you kind of can see most of it, but not all of it. So just the fact that I already have all the parts, I just haven't shown them off, and the fact that I think Cole McGrath is undoubtedly one of the all-time coolest characters in all of video games, especially since he's a PlayStation exclusive character, I think is a double, triple plus for me, which is why out of all cosplays, that is the one you guys are going to see, and I'm going to feel the coolest and as a total badass wearing it at whatever convention I choose to unveil him at, which technically is not really unveiling because I've already kind of shown off most of the cosplay anyway. And those are my top 5 cosplays that I certainly plan to do either this year or in the near future. Now, I know some of you guys have maybe thought about doing some cosplays of your own, and I really would like to know, if you could cosplay as any characters, which ones would you pick? Please share your list in the comments down below, and if you like this video, feel free to like, comment down below, and please subscribe to track me in my future top list videos. And like always, thank you guys for watching, you're awesome, and I'll see you next time.